The only exception to this rule about different opinions is Imam al-Hussein. There's not a single person out there who disputes that Imam al-Hussein's martyrdom occurred on the day of Ashura of the first month of the Muslim year, the year 61 after Hijrah, right? Nobody disputes this. What does that tell you? It tells you that the events of the day of Ashura were so unambiguous. They're so clear. They were factual. These weren't things that people, had any disputes about. The reason for that is because this wasn't an ambush on the house of Fatima Zahra where you could get into the details of what happened inside that house. Yeah. Right? And
it was clear cut.
It happened in broad daylight. And it happened in front of 30,000 witnesses. Right? 30,000 people who were there to kill Imam al-Hussein. And they each saw much of what happened. But as far as the reliability of the narrative is concerned, you need to understand that the number one source is eyewitness reports, right? When you have 30,000 witnesses to an event, it's not something you can deny, right? So you have all of these testimonials, you have all of these eyewitnesses. That's number one. Number two, you have the Imams of the Ahlul Bayt themselves, who, in the case of Imam Zayn al-Abidin and Imam al-Baqir, they were eyewitnesses in addition to the fact that they were Imams. Yeah. And so when Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam says that my grandfather Imam al-Hussein on the eve of Ashura spoke to his sister Zainab and said so and so, or when he was walking about with Nafi' ibn Hilal, he said such and such. Or when Ali al-Akbar spoke to his father on their way to Karbala, this is what happened. These are the words of an infallible, inerrant Imam, right? So it holds as much value as any juristic hukum, any juristic ruling, it has the same value. So that's another source. So after that, you have a very rigorous process of trying to put all of these different pieces together and arrive at a clear picture of what happened on the day of Ashura.
So let's say